All right, well, welcome to all my Leos or anyone who felt called to watch this reading. This is your Tarotscope for the lunar month from April 11th to May 11th of 2021. We're going to be looking at these three areas of life: career and money, romance, and we'll finally get a general spiritual message to sum up your monthly reading. You can use the timestamps below to navigate through these sections of the video. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get on into career and money. All right, Leo, let's see. I'm going to use some clary sage spray just to clear the space. And the first question we're going to be looking at is just career itself. So we're going to be asking, what does Leo need to know about career? I actually feel called to start out with this deck. What does Leo need to know about their career? Okay, we have peacefulness. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it and I can get my security deposit back. We also get worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it, and dang it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else, and then I'll run away very quickly. So yeah, I mean, there's, for some reason in your career space this month, there's an energy of like, you need to avoid drama at all costs. You know, and that's, I feel like it's coming through as advice more than anything, but you may be experiencing people who are trying to get in the way of you, peacefully experiencing your career life. And you need to just show those people the door. You don't have time for the drama. And it's because you're knowing you're worthy of the good life. You know, you're worthy of happiness in your career life. If other people don't like you being happy in your career, you don't have time for their drama, and they're pulling you out of that beautiful place of peacefulness. Okay, what else does Leo need to know about career? We get star reversed. This keeps coming up for me. I was getting a message. For some reason, I'm getting like unicorn energy, like just telling me something about you being very special. And you know, the Leo is a sign that's ruled by the sun, which is a star, and this is the star card. It wants to be reversed. So yeah, I feel that the best thing that you can do for yourself in terms of your career this month is to recognize how special you are. There's something unique that you offer in the career realm that nobody else can offer. You know, maybe you're feeling that you're not being quite as successful as what you want to be, because we have the Six of Wands reversed. Normally, Six of Wands is a card of victory and success, but you're not, with it being reversed, it's like you're not kind of seeing it, or you're not knowing how successful and special you are. And you're being asked to acknowledge that. You're very successful, actually, in your career. And it's because you offer something that nobody else offers. Yeah, Ace of Swords. There's some sort of knowledge or insight or some sort of way that you have of approaching your career that other people haven't thought of this. You know, you have new approaches to things, and that's what sets you apart and makes you special. I feel that whatever it is that you have... there's something that you've already set into motion in your career, and you're still waiting for your ship to come in, so to speak. Your guides are saying that it will. This will be successful. Of course, it will take some time for this success to come back to you, but whatever you've set into motion already, I feel that it is about to start moving much more quickly. So if you've been waiting for things to kind of like pick up momentum, I do feel that you will be seeing that. You know, but in the moments when it's not moving as quickly as you like, appreciate the fact that you're exactly where you need to be. You have a lot of stability in your career. So it's not like you're going to lose any ground if things are, for a moment, if they are going a little bit slower than what you would prefer. It's just, you know, that's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes in fact, that's the best way for things to proceed. Sometimes things need to be more slowed down. Let me see, what is this? I also feel that there's some sort of thought process that you need to go through, some thinking that you need to do. If something is moving more slowly than what you like, you need to take some time and quietly think about, okay, why is this moving more slowly than what I thought it would? There's something to be discovered. The Page of Swords is saying there's something you're not seeing here. They don't want you to get worried about it. It's not about, you know, being suspicious or paranoid. It's more like calmly thinking about what is going to be required to fertilize quicker movement in your career. It has something to do with emotions. I feel like there could be a person involved here who their emotions are not being acknowledged or something. It's like they might not feel, whoever this person is, maybe it's a coworker or a business partner or a client, but it's like this person is not sharing how they truly feel and think about something, and they have some negative thoughts and feelings. And that's part of what's holding this back from moving ahead more quickly. I think this person just needs their emotions to be acknowledged. And I feel like if you do that, things will be much more quickly abundant for you in terms of your career. So anyway, hopefully that makes more sense. It doesn't mean that you allow drama into your life. You know, sometimes you do have to like acknowledge people's feelings, not in a way that is like, hey, let's have some drama, but it's like, let me make sure that I'm understanding how you're feeling, because it, you know, it seems like something's holding this up, you know, and maybe you have different feelings about how we should proceed or something like that. All right, so let's look at money. What does Leo need to know about money for this lunar month? The Empress. Well, money is going to be good. Abundance is here. There's money all over the place. You gotta, if you're not feeling that way, you need to recognize it. I think one of the greatest forms of abundance for you is just love. You know, like there's a lot of love for you right now. People are like adoring you. If you're not seeing how special you are, you need to start seeing yourself from other people's eyes, because in fact, you might even feel like people are attacking you or something like that. It's like, no, people think you're really special, actually. You have a certain something, you know. Oh, there's that death card again. Maybe it could be, in fact, that you are the one who needs to acknowledge your own emotions. For some of you, that could be the case. That you could have some emotions of resentment or defensiveness. And like if you worked through those emotions, you could actually see like, oh, okay, I was feeling defensive for no reason, because actually I'm very much loved and appreciated. I was just overthinking things, and that was making me feel sort of a lack of abundance. I know that doesn't specifically relate to money, but you know, like when we're out of our abundance mindset, it can affect the way that we view everything. Specifically in terms of money, like, yeah, I just keep getting the most I'm sorry, but I have to say what Spirit has to say. Spirit doesn't really want to talk about actual physical currency. They're just talking about, like, people really love you. People really adore you and cherish you. I mean, we have the Lover's card, the Empress, the Ace of Cups. You know, if you feel hurt or resentful that your own emotions are not being acknowledged, nobody is intending to make you feel that way. You know, you are the special snowflake, Leo. All right? And everybody sees it. Okay? So recognize that. Everything is fine. All right, guys, let me go ahead and move on into the romance portion of this month's reading. All right, so if you've already looked at the timestamps, you'll know that for this month, I'm going to start, from this month onward, I'm going to start breaking the romance up into 2 sections. First, for those of you who have a specific person in mind, we'll be looking at the energy of that specific connection. And then for those of you who are looking for love and you just want to know, is new love coming in this month? We'll be looking at that separately. So you can use the timestamps below if you only are interested in one of those particular approaches to love. Before we get into that, though, I do want to point out that I have many personal reading options. Let's see here. And there's a link to my website below. You can order from there using credit, debit, or PayPal. You can come up with your own specific questions, and the pricing is based on the number of questions you have. I also have a love connection energy reading if you want to look more closely into a particular love connection. And this is much cheaper than if you got a 5-question reading, although I am looking at 5 questions here. This is my most popular reading. These are probably my next 2 most popular. My spirit guide reading. You'll find out who 2 of your guides are and get a message that you need from them now. It's kind of like a cold reading. My spirit animal reading is my most budget-friendly option, but it's such a beautiful reading. I will get an impression of a specific animal guide who wants to give you its wisdom, and then I'll use tarot to channel its message to you. The journey to marriage reading. Do you want to have marriage with a true love and you're wanting to understand that journey better and how you'll find that? This is a great reading for that. That's probably my 3rd most popular reading. If you prefer a phone reading and you like the back and forth conversational where you can respond to what I'm saying in real time, of course, that's a wonderful option as well. And I'm very flexible in terms of scheduling. And then I also offer a past life reading where I'll actually go into meditation and I will retrieve images and insights from a particular past life. And then I'll use tarot to explore, you know, why is this particular lifetime coming up right now? What is the connection to the current lifetime? What skills and talents from that lifetime need to be utilized now? And what karma, if any, from the past lifetime is ready to be released? So basically, we'll use tarot to explore it more, but I'll be explaining in detail what I know and understand about that past lifetime. And I'll be telling you as well in the video what it is that I've seen. All right, so those are all my personal reading options. Thank you for hanging through that. All right, Leo, for those of you who have a specific relationship or connection in mind, it could be a relationship or just someone you have feelings for, go ahead and think about that person as I am shuffling. We're going to be looking into your energy. What's the energy between these 2? Okay. I feel like both of you are, so this is your energy, Temperance reversed. This is their energy, 5 of Wands reversed. And the energy between the 2 of you is the King of Swords. So I do feel like both of you are doing a lot of thinking about this connection. I do feel like you might be thinking about it more than they are. But again, these energies could be switched as well. And the only reason I say that is because, you know, this eagle is pointed more in this direction. I don't know. I feel like you're both thinking a lot about this. I think from your end, we have Temperance reverse. So you might be feeling like there are differences of lifestyle or differences of belief systems or value systems that are going to make it difficult for this to work out. I do feel like you want it to work out, but you're not sure if it will because of these differences, and that might be what's mostly on your mind. With them, we have the Five of Wands reversed. So to me, it's kind of like they just don't want to fight, or they just don't want, to be experiencing any frustration. It's almost like they want to sort of withdraw because they're trying to avoid conflict, I feel like. We have the Ace of Swords, so I feel like this person right now, it's just like they're comfortable with their own truth regarding this connection, and they don't necessarily want to get into a big conversation about anything with you. They just want to kind of like be in peace. So they're trying to avoid drama with you is what I feel. With you, we get the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you're pretty happy with your life. For those of you who are not actually in a relationship with this person, it's not like you just want to be in a relationship just to satisfy some unmet need. Unmet need. You feel happy enough with yourself, but at the same time, you like this person, and you do feel like, despite your differences, that you are still a good match. It's like I feel like you can't let go of this person in a way. Seven of Wands. I think that both of you might feel a little bit misunderstood by the other one right now. I feel like the advice for you is to be more open and honest in your communication with this person about the things that you feel are holding this back. You might just need to be more open and honest. I don't think, we have the Five of Cups reversed. I don't think that this person necessarily wants to move on from you, but they also just don't want conflict. If you're thinking like, oh, they're not interested in me anymore, it's not that they're not interested in you. They're just not interested in the drama, which it seems like you're not interested in the drama either, based on the earlier portion of the reading, the career portion. Maybe this person doesn't realize this. This person might think that you just want drama. That could be their lack of having an accurate, perspective here. We also have the Queen of Swords reversed. So I definitely feel like they are sort of feeling defensive, or that they can't, especially with the Ace of Swords reversed as well. It's like they feel like they can't be totally direct with you about their thinking, because if they're direct with you, you will take it as drama, and they don't want drama either. It's like neither of you wants drama, but both of you thinks the other person is wanting drama. And I feel like this is what's holding things back. You all are going to have to figure out a way to be able to communicate openly, honestly without there being drama. And the first step is just acknowledging the other person doesn't want drama either. Nobody here is wanting drama. I feel like with the Eight of Cups reversed, nobody wants this to end either, but it's sort of stuck because you all are having trouble figuring out how can we be honest and open and just say exactly what we think and feel without hurting the other person's feelings, without making the other person feel like we're trying to have an argument. Okay, let's see. Wholeness. So the first thing is, maybe it might be good to spend a little bit of time like recognizing, I feel like you already are recognizing this, and your guides are saying this is a good step to be in, where you're like, I'm good enough on my own. I don't really need this person in my life. It's not to say that this person is bad for you or whatever, but it's just like, you're good enough on your own. You're whole in and of yourself. Yeah. Honesty. And so it's like, what is to be lost? What can you possibly lose by being open and honest with each other? Because you're both perfectly wonderful people, even if this doesn't work out. So what are you losing? Are you losing the opportunity to truly express yourself? It seems like that's what you're actually losing out on. You're not really losing out on each other. You're certainly not losing out on being a wonderful, whole, self-actualized person, right? Perspective. You know, you both need to acknowledge that each of you has a right to your own unique perspective on this. Your perspective is different from theirs. Their perspective is different from yours. I feel like if you're able to communicate honestly and in a way that makes it obvious, like, hey, I'm not saying that your perspective is wrong. I simply want to share what my perspective is. Then maybe that will be a way that the two of you can kind of clear the air. Because I don't really feel like either of you wants to move on from each other. I think you both do truly care about each other, actually. So in any case, that's what I'm getting for those of you who are asking about a specific person. Now I'm going to go and move on to look for those of you, those Leos watching who are looking for love. I'm tripping over my words. Okay, let me clear the energy with some clary sage here. All right, for those Leos looking for love, let's see. This lunar month, beginning April 11th, is Leo going to have new love. For those who are interested, is new love going to be coming in this month? We get 3 of Wands upright. We get the Death card reversed. Okay, so far everybody has gotten a no. Okay, we get the 3 of Wands, Death reversed, 7 of Pentacles reversed. So most of these are reversed. So to me that indicates a no. I don't think it'll be this month, but I do feel like it's coming maybe in the next 3 months. In the next 3 months, there could be new love knocking on your door. I think in the meantime, the guidance here is to focus on investing in your long-term goals. And let me see here. You know, like your own personal long-term goals, keep working on those. But I do feel like in the next few months, maybe 3 months, you could have someone new coming in. But I kind of feel like you already have a lot on your plate right now. So it may just not be great timing for you anyway, because I feel like you have a lot of goals that you are putting a lot of effort into. And you probably wouldn't have enough time to spend on new love quite yet either. But maybe in the next few months, when you've kind of knocked out some of the to-do list associated with these long-term goals that you have, you might be in a better place where you have more free time to really focus on someone. So it would be a better timing for you in a few months from now anyway. All right, so that's what I'm getting for you, Leo. Don't feel bad because, like I said, all of the other signs so far have gotten no's for that as well. Let's go ahead and move on into the general and spiritual portion of the reading. All right, what does Leo most need to know? What does Leo most need to know this lunar month? What is it important for Leo to know and understand? The moon, represented by the owl. So the owl is going to be speaking to us. Beautiful. The great gray owl, to be specific. Well, all right, so first, this first portion that's in italics, this is going to be a message from the great gray owl. All right, I think I have this focused well enough. The light of the moon makes everything look different. The trees seem to become bigger, and everything around them looms like an unknown landscape. The silence of the night only adds to the illusion of the changed world around you. But the truth is that nothing has changed at all. Merely the way you see it has changed. Every night you see the outer world slightly differently. This is because your mind connects the changing light to the landscape of your current inner world. If your emotions are running high, then the darkness will only amplify your most intense fear. If your inner world is calm, you will welcome the moon and celebrate the cool silence she brings. How you see the moon is deeply connected to how you see yourself. I feel like this really resonates with some of the stuff we got at the beginning of the video, which was about the fact that you are really seen as a very special person who has a lot of unique gifts to offer, but you actually are feeling sort of defensive that people might be judging you instead, but actually their judgments of you are very positive. All right, so let's look further into the owl here. The darkness brings with it a world so unlike the world that the sun illuminates. It is quieter, cooler, and has a sense of calm about it. Each night also has its own level of light and dark, depending on the phase of the moon. Some nights the night world is fully aglow, basking in the beams of the full moon, and other nights it is pitch black, with very little light coming from its glowing benefactor during a new moon. This world is complete with its own hidden metropolis, with its own set of residents, one of which is the great gray owl. The great gray owl is much like the other objects you find in the dark, as it appears much larger than it actually is. The gray owl is mostly poof, just as the shadows in the night loom larger than the very things that cast them. So do the feathers of the great gray owl. Its skeleton is a lot smaller than the overall size of the bird itself. It really is quite the illusion. But then again, would we expect anything less from the moon? The moon, in many respects, connects us to the phases of manifestation. It shows us when to plant our seeds under the new moon, when to check on how things are progressing during the light of the full moon, and when to reap what we have sown during the waning crescent. The owl reminds us that in the dark, most things seem bigger than they are, but don't let that intimidate you. As you can see, he himself is flying under the full moon, letting you know that you must now look at how your manifestation garden is growing, what weeds need to be pulled, and what is growing particularly well. Just know that the time you have to inspect your inner world is fleeting. For just like the owl, once the sun comes up, it will all but disappear. So for you guys, I'm just gonna, if you want to pause and read all of this, if you're watching in high definition, hopefully the lighting is good enough. It's hard for me to tell when it's recording. You should be able to read all of it if you pause here. But I want to read the journal prompts out loud to you. If you want to dig a little deeper into just doing some spiritual journaling, where in your current situation do you need to seem bigger than you are? How do you feel about darkness when it shows up in your life? What parts of your inner world are you refusing to take notice of? All right, Leo, thank you so much for joining me this month. I hope that you'll join me again next month, and look out for some wonderful pick a card readings in the meantime. You are such a blessing. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.